What's up, guys? Mike Kruzich coming at you here with the Final Expense Dojo. Today's video, I'm going to talk about a serious topic. I want to talk about how Final Expense recruiters scam agents. I'm going to talk about the tactics that they use to hold agents hostage, how they can mislead you, and how you can guarantee that you don't get scammed, ripped off, and lied to. That's right. There's actually ways that you can safeguards that you can use, questions that you can ask, so you can make sure that you get what you want and that you don't get lied to. Let's get to the video. But first, if you like the content, smash that subscribe button, hit like. You can always take it back. All right. And for more training and tips and tricks in regards to the final expense industry, go over to finalexpensedojo.com. Also, if you have any questions or anything like that, you can always reach me right here by my 1-800 number. But if you go to my website here, you can actually download. It's going to be a pop-up that comes up. You just put your email in there. For the cost of your email, what I get you is a 104 niche underwriting cheat sheet, so that you can get the best coverage possible for all of your clients' health. All right. And then also, there's some other training that you can get access to as well. But that's just the tip of the iceberg there. All right, so let's get to the video. Okay, so there's several ways that final expense recruiters can scam agents. And you know what? Just a full disclosure, obviously it's a buzzword to say, scam. Maybe some of these might not be actually considered scams. It sounds better for me to say that they're scams, right? But full disclosure, they might just be misleading, or maybe the recruiters might have the best intentions, but because they're just brainwashed themselves, they put agents that are not in the best position, right? So the first one would be one thing that I noticed about new agents is a lot of new agents, they don't even ask about comp levels. Okay. um, Agencies, they'll use blanket statements like let me write that out, comp. They make blanket statements like, "Oh, we go up to," and then they use like this huge freaking uh, number, like, "We go up to 150% commission," and then agents just sign up like, "Wow, that's awesome, up to 150," and they sign up and they start off at 80% or 100%, right? And you know, obviously that's kind of misleading, right? And so you need to be able to ask the right questions. A lot of agents, they contact me, and I'm even going to tell you, like, you don't contact me and just want the contracting link. You want to get the compensation schedules, the official ones from the carriers, in writing through an email, and you keep the email. Okay, what is that? That makes sure that you get the levels that you're promised, and they can't dock your renewals. They can't, give you a high contract with one carrier and the rest are just bogus, right? Um, and this is what it looks like. An official, and I don't know anybody else that does this besides me, to be honest with you. I thought of it one day on my own. I've seen companies or carriers that they have like the grids on their website, like, "Oh yeah, with this carrier you get that, with this carrier you get that." That's great and all, but I feel like this is more uniform. And when I meet up with agents and I give them the compensation schedules in writing, they're blown away because they're like, "Wow, you're the only person that's ever done this," right? Um, so you got to ask for this, and if they won't give it to you, that's a huge red flag. And um, actually, what you can do is don't even ask for it. Just see if they're going to give it to you. See if they're going to try to give you all the commission levels up front. If they're going to tell you about all of them, a lot of them won't. They'll just try to sign you up. So yeah. And then how do you know if they signed you up with a lower comp than what was advertised? Well, once you get contracted, let's say you get contracted with Americo, you call them up and you say, "Hey, Americo, send me my official compensation schedule. And they're going to email you this exact one, right? If you're one of my agents, you get the exact one and everything's going to be the same. The renewals are going to be the same, everything, right? And so you just got to make sure, because some agencies, they'll give you a huge contract, right? 120, and then it's like 0% renewals, right? And so you just got to watch out. So make sure you get the compensation schedules for every single carrier, okay? All right. Second one. Second ways that agents get misled or scammed by agencies not releasing. Okay, so what do I mean by that? So any new agents that are listening to this, what happens is if you sign up with an agency, let's say you signed up with me, and for whatever reason you want to go somewhere else after you sign up with me, you want to quit and you want to move to a different agency. Well, I would have to sign a release to get so that it gives you permission to move your carrier contracts to another agency. If I decide if I'm just being a jerk and I say nope, I'm not going to sign it, there's nothing that an agent could do. There's nothing that the carrier could do. Okay. And you'd have to wait for 6 months. And that's a bunch of baloney. There's no reason why an agency should not want to release you unless you owe them money, like for leads, or you got some chargebacks that you need to pay off. Those are there might be some other reasons, like because of money or something like that, but for the most part there's no reason otherwise to not release. And so this is how you make sure that you can get a release no matter what, because everybody nowadays, because of the internet, right, everybody goes, oh yeah, we release, and then they really don't. They just lie just to get you in the door. So this is what you need to get. Okay. And you guys can email me asking me for this document. I'll give you a blank one. But see who the honest agencies are. The honest agencies will give you a release agreement up front without you even asking. Same with the official compensation schedules that I talked about, right? The honest ones are going to do the right thing. There's no reason not to, right? And so by me signing this as as a releasing agency, right, that means that any point in time in the future, I might not date it, right? Any point in time in the future, an agent can just email this to a carrier and say, "Hey, I'm releasing my contracts," and they obviously fill it out, and then the agency that you're moving to, you would have them sign right there, and then the agent would sign right there. So get this in writing, get this signed up front before you get contracted. That way, you can make sure that you don't get ripped off. And you don't get held hostage, right? Number three. Number three here. Get some type of well, what would it be? I'm gonna put commitment to agent. Isn't my handwriting awesome? Whatever. Commitment to agent success. Okay, in writing. So you're going to talk to some recruiters and they're going to say, oh yeah, everyone's going to promise to train you. Everyone's going to promise to always answer their phone. They're always going to promise the whole world. But when it comes down to it, they're not going to answer their phone. They're going to throw you out to the wolves. They're not going to train you 99% of the time. And so you want to get something in writing that says what you're expected to do, and what they expect you to do, and what you can expect from them, right? So this is something that I would, and it doesn't have to be like some kind of contract, right? It's just something that gives you something in writing so that it kind of holds people accountable, right? And so this is what I would give field agents when I was recruiting a lot for the field. Okay. I would say, hey, if you do this, your success will be multiplied many times over. If you don't, you will have significantly worse results. I don't say like, oh, if you don't do this, you're fired. you can't do that, right? But I just warned them, hey, like you're not going to have good results. That way, nobody can come back and say, oh, hey, you said I was going to make 100,000. Okay, did you do this? Did you do this? Did you do this? Did you do this? And literally, I've done that before, where I just sit there and I pull out this document that I have agents sign, saying that they read it, right? And I just go down the line. Okay, did you do this? Did you do this? Did you do this? And usually agents that fail is like, no, 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 right? Like they just don't follow this, right? And so by me giving this to agents, right? Look, this is saying basically, if I'm saying, hey, if you want to be successful, attend all local meetings, that means that I'm agreeing basically that I'm going to have a local meeting every week, right? Um, right here, by telling them, hey, to be successful, you have to send the medical conditions to the group chat. That means that I'm basically saying that I'm going to have myself or at least someone available to answer their questions at all times when it comes to underwriting and things like that through the group chat. Um, After every appointment, call your mentor in order to be coached. That means that if I'm telling people that they should do that to be successful, I'm not gonna like just freaking plan on ignoring everybody's calls, right? You guys kind of understand what I'm saying here, right? I'm opening myself up as the mentor. I'm basically telling them I'm gonna answer their phone calls. Um, I'm going to ride along with them as much as they need. I've literally gone back out and retrained people over and over and over when they needed it. I offer my agents unlimited ride alongs. This is the same thing here, right? And so you need to get something like this through email, something that, you know, it's just going to hold them accountable to your success, right? Because especially if you're buying leads and committing to a lead order, that's a huge commitment. You know, say you're committing to spend $500 a week on leads. Well, is it that big of a deal for me as the mentor, as the recruiter, the upline? Is it that big of a deal for me to make sure I'm available when they submit the conditions, make sure I'm available to have the local meetings, make sure I'm available to have the conference calls, make sure I'm available to them to ride along with them again? No. If they're spending $500 a week on leads, that should be like the minimum that I should be expected to do for an agent, right? And so you got to get something like this. If not, you just they could just recruit you and then just throw you to the wolves, which usually happens. So the honest people are going to have something like this that makes you accountable and the recruiter accountable. Hope that makes sense. Yeah, and that kind of goes with number four. Number four and three kind of came together in one. I basically put realistic expectations. Realistic expectations to and steps to make sure that you're successful. So basically, what's the blueprint? What do I have to do to make sure I'm successful? And there's nobody I've ever seen. This is a good. If you want a copy of this, just send me an email. But this is a good one. Maybe print this off and make your upline sign it or something, right? Or make your own version and make your upline sign it. That'd be pretty cool. But I've never seen an agent do every step and fail. I mean, it's just impossible. Usually it's this one. They just freaking go into every appointment like a chicken with their head cut off and they don't know what to say. And I go out and ride along with them and they're like, "Oh, well, you said I was going to make this much money. You said that I'd close at least this percentage of leads." I'm like, "Oh my God, let me go out there and ride along with you." And then they don't even, they're just like winging it every time. It's like, what are you doing, dude? So anyway, what else? Okay, number five. This is really important too. Um, Let me delete this quick. Number five is the most important one, and I'm trying to keep this video short. So number five is some kind of proven success with with themselves and training agents. Okay. Everybody claims to, oh yeah, I'm a top producer. That's why I'm recruiting now. Everybody says that. Okay. Don't be afraid to ask them. Okay, show me your freaking bank account. Like if you're claiming to make a good amount of money and you're claiming that you can teach me how to make a lot of money, show me your bank account. Don't be afraid to ask them that. Show me your 1099. Show me your production. Show me the screenshot of the leaderboard of you being a top producer. Show me the carrier trips that you've gone on, that you've won, right? A lot of recruiters, they try to recruit and train agents without ever being successful themselves or ever training somebody that's been highly successful, right? The IMO that I'm with, guess what? He's produced over 500,000 in personal production in a single year, a final expense only business. And he's trained many agents that have trips. He has pictures of all of his awards. He has pictures of all the producers that have been #1 with different insurance carriers that have won different trips, right? And I plug into his system that way. Like, that's awesome. That says a lot, right? There's proven success. If you were trying to go into the Kentucky Derby and you were trying to you know get a trainer, get a jockey, right, or get a breeder to sell you a good horse, and then hire a jockey to train it and everything like that, are you going to go up to a company that, oh yeah, we've never won the Kentucky Derby ever? Oh yeah, sign me up. You're not going to do that, right? If money wasn't an option, of course, you're going to choose the trainer, the jockey, the breeder, all of those things. You're going to choose the best ones that you can, the ones that have had prior horses win the Kentucky Derby, right? You're going to want to buy a horse that their mom was a Kentucky Derby winner or their dad was, right? You're going to want a jockey that's won many Kentucky Derby races or done really well, some kind of proven success. So it's the same thing in the final expense industry. You want to go with somebody that has had a ton of success, that could prove the success, and also an agency that has that success as well, right? So awesome, guys. Well, thank you once again for taking a look at this video. If you want some more information about my agency, you can reach me 1-800-933-1525. My phone number is right here. Just leave a message. And then also go ahead and go to finalexpensedojo.com. Get on my email list. You'll get some different training through there too. You can always unsubscribe. I'm not going to spam anybody. That's just, that's not smart business. I think I send one email a day. You can always unsubscribe at the bottom of the email if you don't like them. But yeah, hope you guys use these tips to make sure that you don't get ripped off and scammed and lied to. So again, get the official compensation schedules, #1. Get for every carrier that you're signing up with that specific agency. Get every single schedule. Okay. If they When you're talking to agencies, see if they're going to send them to you. See if they're going to be honest. See if they're going to be upfront. A lot of agencies, they're just going to use blanket statements. We go up to this high comp, and they're just going to sign you up with a low comp, and they're basically trying to mislead you. So see if they're going to be honest. Okay. #2, get a pre-signed release. See if the agency you're talking to is going to give you a pre-signed release upfront without you asking. See if they're going to be honest about it. Okay. #3, get some type of written commitment on what your new upline is promising you. And that's basically like this. And then also get some realistic expectations on how you can be successful step by step and how much money you can make, right? See, I put right here, door knock every lead 3 times in the morning, 3 times in the afternoon, 3 times at night before. It's just breaking down, like it's dummy proof, right? And then #5, make sure you go with somebody that has proven success with training agents that have won trips, proven success of being a top producer that can show you in writing, with a leaderboard or something like that they've, sold a lot of production. You guys have a good one. Thanks for checking it out. See ya.